Hello students, Rajvinder here with the new topic that is supplements. It is belongs to BSc Nursing first year. Subject is Fundamental of Nursing. Supplements is a non-surgical treatment of the fracture joints, and it helps to immobilize the particular fracture. And the definition of a supplement is a rigid appliance usually made of wood or metal which is tied to a fractured limb to support it and prevent movement from taking place at the site of fracture. It particularly helps to immobilize the part of the limb. Uses of supplement. As a nurse, we have to know about the uses of supplement. If a supplement is not used properly, it may cause damage. That's why I have to know about the uses of supplement. If the supplement not used properly, then it have to damage the skin under the surface of the supplement due to the pressure. Okay, make sure that the supplement is well bedded so that it do not put the force or pressure on the particular part. This is particularly important when supplements are improvised means when at the time of emergency, whatever the material we have, we prepare the supplement for that material from a pieces of wood which are uneven. This is the example of improvised supplement with the help of, I think, file or one cloth. Then uses of supplement continuation. Make sure that the supplement is sufficiently long to immobilize the joint present above or below the fractured area. Then importance of supplements. Supplements occupy a very special place in orthopedics treatments. Why? Because supplements are used when the person suffering from fracture belongs to bones. That's why. Any material which is reasonably hard, like rolled newspaper, cardboard, wooden planks and books, can function as a supplement. These are crude and are mostly useful during first aid treatment of bone and joint injuries. Next is types of supplements. Supplements are divided into 5 types. First one is straight supplements, Thomas supplement, then internal supplement. Next is the cervical collars, followed by plaster or Paris slabs. First one is straight supplements. I think you have to use this supplement in the pediatric ward. It is well padded supplement used during intravenous infusion. It is not used only for pediatric, only for kids. It is also used for the adult patient. Okay. Then Thomas supplement. It is the second type. This is one of very commonly used supplement in orthopedics. It is not widely used for the treatment of shaft fracture of femur and knee injuries. This is the example of Thomas supplement. I think you have seen in the ortho ward. This is the Thomas supplement, and it is the part of Thomas supplement. First one is metal oval ring, then 2-inch angulation at outer bar and 2 kind of bar, 2 side bar and 2 inner bar, and one distal, and it is the shape of W. Okay. Then parts in detail. The Thomas supplement consists of 4 parts. First one is padded metal oval ring, which we have seen on the first place. Padded metal oval ring and soft leather set at an angle of 1200 to the inner bar. Two side bars, one inner and another outer bars of equal length. They bisect of oval ring. Then distal end, where the 2 sides bar are joined and form W. Outer side bar is angled 2 inches below the padded ring. Then uses of Thomas supplement to immobilize the fracture, specifically where femur, lower limb. It is used for the fracture of lower limb as a first aid measure to immobilize the lower limb injuries for transportation of an injured patient. It is used in that purpose also. Then internal supplementing. In the internal supplementing, it is fixation done in the internal area of the patient. Then some fractures are treated by rigid fixation directly across the fracture line from one fragment to another. It is clearly seen in the image. Then cervical collar. It is used to support neck, to immobilize neck in suspected cervical spine fracture, to relieve muscle spasm of neck. It is the example of cervical collar. But she smiled. She is only give the demo of the cervical collar. Then plaster of Paris slabs. It is usually you have to see in this. I think this is the plaster of Paris slab. The splints made of plaster of Paris are less expensive but heavy and can be easily broken and difficult to keep clean. It is made up of plaster bandages then drawn through the water and is applied on the affected area of the patient. This is the example of plaster of Paris slabs. It is also known as POP. Not POP means plaster of Paris. Then care of splints by the nurses, it is our main role. First one is padding. The splint should be well padded at the bony prominences and at the injury site so that the circulation of blood regularly doing proper. Okay, then bandage, this should be tied with optimum pressure. Then exercises, active exercises of the joints and muscles should be permitted within the splint so that the circulation will be going well. Then daily checking and adjustments of the splints are recommended. Neurovascular status, distal neurovascular status should be assessed daily. Then nursing care for patients treated with splints. Nursing care assumes extreme importance in patients treated with splints as most of these patients are severely injured and are bedridden. Then next is, this can be discussed under the two heading. First one is nursing care before application and second one nursing care after the application of the splint. In the before application, what the role and responsibility of the nurse is? First of all, take the consent from the patient if the patient is immature, then from the guardians of the patient, then inform the patient about the total procedure regarding the splint, then remove any tight fitting clothes and change them into easy to wear dresses. After that, clean the affected area, select right sized splint and apply splint gently. Then next is check for the tightness of the weight cord. Weight cord I have to arrange for you in the next slides. After application, check for the peripheral pulses and nerve function, then apply proper weight as per the directions of the surgeon, and foot end elevation may be required to give the counter traction. This is the example of weight cord 2. Then there is a weight should be arranged according to the surgeon prescription. In the skin traction, 4 to 5 kg is sufficient as compared to 8 to 10 kg in case of skeletal traction. Next, you have to see, this is the skin traction and this is the skeletal traction. You can clearly see here, skeletal traction, sometime something fixed internal to the patient, and in skin there is no traction internally arranged. Then next is nursing care after application of the splint. Check the pressure point, tightness of the weight cord, increase or decrease weight cord according to the advice of the surgeon. Then bedpan, provide to the patient for urine, for pass out the urine to avoid the disturbance of the injured site. Then care of the back is very important to prevent bed sore or to improve the circulation of the patient. And sponge bath the patient every day because here the patient is bedridden. Then to prevent the spoiling of bed sheets and bed, but proper rubber sheets apply to prevent the spoiling of the bed sheet. Then attend to the hair and nails of the patient, arrange to supply proper diet to the patient being treated on splints, instruct the patient to carry out active exercises of the unaffected joints. Then change the splint if the canvas get soiled. If traction, either skin or skeleton, is applied through the splint, then the nursing care should proceed on the lines described for treatment on that particular traction and according to the patient, according to the doctor order in that particular patient. I think you have cleared this topic. If you feel any kind of difficulty in this, kindly inform. I'll feel very happy to help you. Thank you very much.